Everybody, it's Tommy from Sweet Tea Designs. This morning we're going to be doing the second part to the next part to the Grey's Anatomy tumbler and the Converse shoe tumbler that we started a couple days ago. I know I was going to go live yesterday, but they did need another coat of epoxy. Same with this one. This one turned out gorgeous. You can see that. And so here we go. I've got my water. I've got a paper towel. I've got my little squeegee here. I got this at the Dollar Tree in the makeup section. And then I've got my decals here. Now, some of these are a little bit big. I did do them kind of big, but that's okay. The first one I want to start with is, let's see, I think this one, the Seattle one. I don't know if I measured just right or not. We're going to see. This is one that I definitely want to put on here. I did a couple extra, no big deal type ones. And so I'm going to see where we're at here. I'm just cutting these out. I printed these on clear water slide paper. The Converse one I did on white water slide. So let me tilt you guys down so you can see what I'm doing here. I don't normally worry about the inside of the cup till the very end, so it might have a little paint or something in it for now. Let's see. That is supposed to go like that. See, this is going to go at the bottom. And then, let's see. This, I'm definitely going to do this one with the names, this long one here. So I'm going to cut it out for sure. And we're going to see where we're at there. When using clear water slide, you do want to make sure that your cup is how you want it before you put these on. And I'll tell you why. Because if you sand on the layer that you're going to put your decal on, it will show up. You will be able to see it. So this one, I'm going to put here. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to fit that one right there once this one's on. And then we'll just go from there on the rest. There's probably 2 or 3 more that I definitely know that I want on there. And we'll just have to maneuver them around and find the best spot. So I'm going to open up my bucket of water here. And since I know exactly where I want these two, I'm going to place those here real quick. So I'm going to put it in the water. If it wrinkles, it's fine. It's not going to hurt it. It's not going to hurt it. And then you just put a little bit of water. I've got water on my hand. You put a little bit of water on your hand here and get it on the cup right there so that it makes it easy to slide around. Well, my cup won't sit on the thing. I'm going to try to remember to turn you guys where you can see it. I just have a habit of, doing it this way. And so you kind of want to wait somewhere around a minute, 60 seconds, something like that. I've learned the bigger ones take just a tad longer. But not, just a couple seconds. And So, the reason that I used white water slide on the Converse one right here is because it's got a white background in the middle, and so I wanted to make sure that stayed in place. These don't have a background or anything, and so that's why I used white water slide on that. And then when you're working with water slide, you want to make sure that you have the correct type for your printer. I have an inkjet printer. You want to make sure that you get the inkjet water slide paper and not laser jet. All right, let's see here. Let's check this out. Let's see. I want it to slide a certain way. No. It's still kind of stuck. You want it to slide very, very easily. You don't want to have any stuck action whatsoever. So I'm going to let that sit for another minute. And we're just going to keep this wet. And then when you get started, you want to dip your little brush here in water. That way everything's wet. You can maneuver very well. And, you're not having any sticking issues. So. See how well we're moving now. I hope I don't have some problems with this one. Okay, sorry guys, it's got a little quiet and it's early in the morning and I'm just trying to get it to go on right. So let's check this out here. Oh, I need to move that real quick. And we're gonna see how this does here. And you're gonna get kind of messy with this, the water is gonna get a little messy. So what I'm trying to do is I slide it a little bit off the edge there and I kind of position it and I just peel back the white. I hold it in place. Kind of lift up a little bit there. And hold on to it and just kind of pull it. And you can kind of reposition it later and unfold things later. But it did kind of wrinkle up on me and have some issues. And it stretched just a little bit. And so we're going to try to work those issues out here. I'm going to hold this. And, See? That can sometimes happen right there if you possibly didn't, if you've got too big of an image and it stretched too much, or maybe you didn't spray it enough times, and that could possibly be it. So what I'm going to do is I know when to stop. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to peel that right off. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to reprint it because I haven't yet messed up any of these others. I can still do another layer of spray paint just to make sure on those. And I can clean this cup. We can stop, and that's what we're going to do with this one. That is exactly what we're going to do with this one. We're going to stop, and I'm going to spray them again here in just a little while, and we're going to come back to that one. I do not want to mess that up. That's a customer's cup, and so I don't want to mess that one up. So now I'm going to move on to the Converse cup. This is the orange one. And so what I've done is I've got a vinyl strip. This would be the bottom of the shoe. It's just a matte white and a matte black, just two strips, and the black is laid on top. And this is going to be the bottom. It's going to go around the bottom, like the bottom of the shoe. And then we'll get to the water slide. Okay. And so I'm just going to place this just like that and go just right around the bottom edge here. I'm sorry, guys. I tend to get y'all out of focus sometimes. All right, so now I'm all the way there. And I'm just going to cut that. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to put everything down. Make sure everything is laid down and stuck really well. And I'm going to work on that part just a little bit later, just some of the little wrinkles that occurred at the very bottom. Not a big deal. You can kind of go around it with your finger and just kind of flatten those out a little bit, just like I'm doing. Not a biggie, but I'll work on that later, right before Mod Podge. And then now I'm going to cut my water slide out here. And I'm going to be very careful to go right around the edge of my decal because I don't want any of the white outer edge showing. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put this in the water, let it soak, and then I'm going to find my placement. I see the seam right here of my bottom, so I'm going to put that on the back, on the back of the cup, so that it's not right here where you're going to be seeing everything else. And then I've got my shoestrings. We're going to do those probably tomorrow after the epoxy. I've got my shoestrings, and these are D-ring hangers. I just picked these up at Walmart, and these are going to be the little things for the shoelaces down the front. I picked these up at Walmart. You can get them real cheap on Amazon also. But this is just the 1 cup I'm doing with these for right now. And so I didn't need a big bundle of them. But if you order in bulk, they are a little bit cheaper. I think these were like $2 or $3. So, but those are going to come later. Those are the very end. Some people do epoxy over the shoestrings and the D-rings and all that. I'm not going to. I don't really love that look. The strings are very stiff. I mean, they're glued on there, so I don't really like that look. And so I'm not going to epoxy my strings down. I'm just going to let them hang. All right, let's check this here. See where we're at. All right, it looks like we're good to go. And I'm going to place this right here at the top, at the very, very top. And just slide that out, just like that. This one must have gotten a little bit more paint than the other one, or clear coat. I don't know if you're just watching, when you do water slides, you do want to clear coat them like 3 to 4 times. I was in a little bit of a rush yesterday when I done them, and I only did them like 3 times, and maybe they need just a little bit more with all the color on those other ones. But you want to paint them, you want to clear coat them, like I said, 3 to 4 times. All right, so I've got my paper towel here, and now I'm just going to dry that up really well. Make sure it's pushed down, make sure there's no wrinkles, make sure everything is how it needs to be. And there you go. There's that part. This is like the tongue of it, and then this is the bottom sole. And then the laces are going to go right here in the middle, right here. And so now this, I'm going to let the water slide dry, let the cup dry, and I'm going to just do one more layer of epoxy. I'm going to fix these little wrinkles here at the bottom. And that's all, folks. That's all that's going to go on with that one. I'll come back tomorrow probably and do the D-rings and the laces. And we're going to be good to go on that one. And I may come back here in a little while and do this one again. Once I've printed out another water slide and gotten that fixed. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me today. And check out my lives. And again, any tips and tricks are much appreciated. Y'all have a wonderful day.